go in more on the work that I'm doing. I got some news coming for y'all, but please stop taking your life for granted. If you're taking your life for granted, please stop right now. Like, y'all know I don't normally come this hard like as soon as I start a video, but this video is so y'all. I've been getting synchronicities and omens of death over and over and over again, y'all. Over and over and over again. So some of y'all gonna find out that y'all got childhood friends that died, or there's a family member that's about to go to the other side. So and if you don't, if you take your life for granted, then you might end up getting on the same list. Okay? I hope y'all watching me when I'm saying this, y'all. I don't see stuff by accident. Please take this video seriously. Okay? Some of y'all got men in y'all life on death's list. All right, they on death's list, and if you very soon too, or they didn't checked out, somebody you knew didn't checked out, you don't know, they didn't pass. But if you don't take your life seriously and take really good care of yourself now and through spring, you gonna be on the list this fall. Like, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not trying to cause panic, but how many times can somebody get the word death and not take it serious? Okay, y'all. I didn't see more than one animal that could mean death and loss and grief. I didn't got I got a image of a childhood friend, and I'm like, why am I seeing this? Okay, I saw him in soul form. This was like 2 weeks ago, and I got remember the sleepover, and I'm like, why do I hear him saying that? And then why did I get a call today and my sister told me he died? Why on the phone my sister told me he died? So that was his spirit, or that was his spirit talking to me from the other side. I tell y'all, I can see ghosts and I can get messages from them. So I'm trying to tell y'all, take this seriously with what I'm saying, y'all. For real. Look, y'all ain't never seen me come like this. I'm so sick of seeing the word death. I'm so sick of it coming in 10 different thousand ways. If you are not well, if you have been putting off doctor's appointments, please make those appointments today. If you know something is really hurting on you, if you know that you are sick, make that doctor's appointment. See, look, people are calling me, y'all. Make that doctor's appointment ASAP. Okay, or something's going to be worse in the fall. All right. I'm gonna let this call pick up real quick. Okay, I let that call pick up. If you need to see a doctor, make that appointment today. Okay, if you're having problems with your lungs, your back, your stomach, your genitals, your head, okay? All right, y'all. I gotta I'm gonna let this call pick up, and then I'm gonna answer the call in a couple of minutes. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me let that call pick up. All right. Once again, if you having problems with your lower back, your kidneys, your lungs, your stomach, your genitals, your digestive system, and your the left side of your head, if you're getting headaches, just go get a checkup. Okay, better safe than sorry. Okay, please watch your blood pressure right now. Okay, I'm telling y'all, like, watch the salty food and the fatty food. Some of y'all may end up getting abscesses in places that will require surgery to remove them. So try not to eat dirty right now. Okay, people are manifesting themselves. And also be careful who you sleep with. Somebody might got an incurable disease or something, and it might be life threatening. So I'm getting watch getting diabetes, Lung disease, this is what I'm getting. Lung disease, diabetes, genital diseases, um, I also mean like tumors and stuff in it. That's not as bad. Well, actually, it's starting to become a higher risk. So I guess within a week, some of y'all going to be at very high risk of catching airborne viruses and stuff. According to the spiritual energy. So just make sure that you know you ain't letting dirty, toxic people breathe in your face. Make sure you're drinking your peppermint tea and detoxing and cleaning your mouth out. Okay, real good. And drinking your salt water. To clean your mouth out. If you've been feeling like a cough is not going away, I say just go ahead and make an appointment. Okay. If you've been having this annoying little cough or something of that nature, um, I'm just saying, y'all, okay? Um, be careful of environmental diseases right now. And I really mean that, y'all. Like catching funguses, touching people that may have something on their skin. So things, okay, so lungs, genitals, blood pressure, airborne viruses. These are things at risk right now. Your immune system may not be as strong as to fight them off. And anything they got bumps or bugs or bug bites or things like that. Okay. I got bed bugs too. Earlier that just came to my mind. So be careful whose house you're going to. Somebody might got bugs or you might get bit by a bug or something. So just be mindful of that. Um, try to do try if you could shower twice a day this week, that would really help. Okay. If you could do a cleansing, maybe you could do a salt water flush. Okay, because I am getting like risk of parasites. Okay, since the air energy is struggling, you might get parasites in your body right now. So you might want to do a salt water flush tomorrow, the day after, or something if it's too late. Or you can actually drink coffee. Coffee will help you go to the bathroom to get some of the parasites out your body. Watch your serotonin levels as well. It could actually like get too low and you get depressed and then you become a high risk in getting diseases and toxins from food because you're depressed. Depression energy can be connected to water energy. So if you're dealing with emotional toxicity and it's messing around with your serotonin, you may end up being at risk of uh, getting toxins from water sources or food. Okay, I told you I was going to help y'all this week. Um, so don't skip on your showers, y'all. Don't skip on to have a spa day. If you got a spa place to go to or some salt water, I would literally get out. Like I would take another shower or a quick shower before bed and literally just cleanse my body with apple cider vinegar and salt water. Okay, this week. All right, and definitely speak to your loved ones. Some of y'all may have a loved one that's on their way out. I'm just saying, y'all, you might be on their beneficiary. You might be a beneficiary and you don't know. For some of y'all, could be a male that has you down as a beneficiary. Um, yeah, their time in their body is winding down faster now. And I'm getting like they're declining fast. You may not know they are, but they may actually, and they may not even realize it so much. They may be just being optimistic, but they on their way out. So they may have you down as a beneficiary, or you're going to benefit. You're going to be left something. But here's the thing: whatever they leave you, it might be just enough to get by for a while, or to get you where you need to be to get something bigger. Okay, so it's not going to last long, whatever they leave you. It's not going to last long. It's just to lead you to something bigger. Okay? So be nice to the masculine energy in your family. Like, be nice to that. Be nice to that, you know. I also get aunties. Some of y'all auntie may be at risk. If you have a masculine auntie, her health may be at risk right now. I don't know why her sick auntie earlier. So you might want to pray for your auntie, especially if you have an auntie of color, and if you have a brother or uncle or male of color, or if your spouse is a male and he is sick, you have to pray for him right now. They don't know what they're doing. I'm getting somebody don't know what they're doing. Like, that's messed up, y'all. Somebody is literally ignorant to their own destruction. And I really think that if you intervene now, you may be able to extend their years. They might have a later death than a sooner death. But I'm also getting, if you get in their energy, you gonna die soon, die sooner too. If you do what they're doing, you're gonna age faster. Something in you is going to be destroyed faster. For some of y'all, it might be your guts, your lungs. Yeah, your gut, or your heart. Some of y'all may end up having heart disease from doing what they're doing. Like why am I getting like a clogged artery? So just be mindful of combating with people who have a corrupted diet. They might be doing energy transferring their sickness to you through an argument or something, and then you end up doing what they doing and not knowing it, and then you don't know that you're manifesting the same death as they are. Like, y'all, I'm highly intuitive. This is strong. Okay, so just be careful of mirroring someone else's energy who is literally destroying themselves. Hi, Anita. I wasn't going to say nothing because I don't like to make cause a panic and scare. But if anybody can sense death, I can. Okay, my friends and family members will tell you every time I said somebody's going to die, they died. Okay, when I knew my mother was going to die, I told my friend, I said my mother probably going to live only another year. It's not like she walking around real sick in my face, but I just sense it. And sure enough, she died a year later. Okay, I told him you just spend some time with your mom. Okay, he said, "Oh, you sensing something?" He called me like 2-3 years later or something and said, "I know that you know that my mom died." And he said, "Now I know why you kept saying like see about your mom." Okay. I really get that somebody has literally been corrupted by their own mom, and that's why they are having an early death. And this is very sad, y'all. Somebody's own mother corrupted them. That's why they're doing what they're doing. And they don't even know that if they just like stay away from their mom and throw away the stuff that she taught them, they would actually extend their life. So this could be somebody older that's teaching somebody wrong. It could be an older woman. Okay, this is Cancer season coming up. It could be like an empress. It could be a woman over 40. Okay, that has corrupted a male, and she has decreased his lifespan through her corruption. Okay, so when I tell y'all, like I dreamed my dad's death. I had a dream the other day that somebody tried to come at me with a knife, and I blocked it. Okay, so obviously somebody trying to decrease my years through some sort of mental spell work. So I heard the angels tell me to get a mindful candle. I heard them say that yesterday. So somebody trying to give me a stroke. Okay, somebody trying to give me a stroke or trying to get me to catch an airborne virus so I could die early. So I'm combating it, y'all. So that's why I'm actually making a dentist appointment to get my mouth clean, and I'm actually staying outside a lot, breathing fresh air, and I'm burning some sage to keep the ear clean, and I'm also burning my white candle. Now I'm just saying it might be different for y'all. But I definitely picked up lungs and I definitely picked up stomach. Okay. Some of y'all got somebody that's going, they're finding out they got stomach cancer or lung cancer. And I'm just saying, they better stop what they doing. They better stop what they doing. Okay. And I'm getting that they might already have a heart problem and they might not know because air can be heart chakra. So just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay. So if you got an uncle that's having heart trouble or he got a raspy voice or smoking problems, you smoke, you might want to, holler out and be like, "Hi, uncle, how you doing? You need me to come through, you know, to help if you have a uncle that you love. And if you have a brother that may actually have some sort of, why I get that somebody started smoking weed because they thought it would help them. I just got that. Um, yeah, somebody might be drugging it. Also, if you have any kids, any female kids that like health and fitness, you might want to also talk to them about mindfulness with their diet right now. Okay, it might be somebody with high anxiety. If you have a child with high anxiety, a child that's very emotional, you need to like talk to them and make sure they're not doing nothing toxic right now, thinking that it's going to fix their moods. I just don't like that I keep getting the omen of death, y'all. I keep getting it in too many different ways. I done seen two different animals. I got a phone call. I had two visions of one was a threat on my life. The other dream I had, there was dead bodies laying on the ground. Yeah, it was men laying on the ground and they was dead. Okay? And I was like, why is there dead men on the ground? This was in my dream a couple days ago. Then I saw some dark spirits that wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. So they was for somebody that I know. Somebody got demons taking them down. These was demonic entities. And I was able to see them. But it's like it was almost like I could feel that they wasn't for me. But I could feel that they was for somebody that I knew. Okay? And I jumped up and was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, I had to leave the room and go sleep in another room. Okay? And I got that they was trying to spread the energy out, but I blocked it. Okay, they was trying to give me somebody's energy that's cursed. They was trying to distribute the curse. I really got that strongly, and I had to run for my tiger's eye, y'all. I said I'm running for my tiger's eye, and I'm going downstairs. And I went downstairs, and then I didn't sense none of that again. Okay, and then And then I felt like I had to watch this one scene in a movie where somebody was given some venom or some poison. Okay. And they was willing to sacrifice their soul and their life for, I forget what it was, but the point that I'm making is some of y'all may have somebody that wants you to sacrifice your soul, wants you to be in purgatory with them, wants you to be down with them. And that means your life is going to be cut short. Okay. So just be careful whose energy you curling up with. You're getting in bed with, for real. I had to literally leave my bedroom. This is real talk. I had to just jump ship on my bedroom like I'm good. Okay? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in the room and cleanse it out real good, all the space around the bed. And I'm going to detox the mattress, turn it over, whatever, do all that. And then I'll go back in there. But it's like there's ghosts on the other side just like presenting themselves. I literally saw a dead friend. I was so shocked when my sister told me on the phone, guess who died? I'm like, What? Wait a minute, hold up. I literally got a vision of this dude. I hadn't thought about this dude since high school. And I got a vision of him. And all of a sudden I saw us at the sleepover, at the high school sleepover. And I said, I remember you. And I saw a silhouette of him. And then my sister told me the day he died. Y'all, I was just so shocked. And I saw an omen yesterday that said you might get some bad news or something about death or whatever. And I'm just like real shocked because, wow. Okay, wow. Then I got this vision of somebody who I looked up, one of my role models. They insane or something. They living on the street. I think they on their way out. One of my old teachers is homeless, like living on the street. I got a vision of him. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and be mindful of my energy and my health and my money, because I'm not trying to get on the list. See, whenever new abundance come, expired abundance gotta go. And that includes human beings, y'all. The creator always purges before you get. So this is why if you've been getting synchronicities that you manifest in abundance, you on the right path, something's coming, you might get good news. You need to wonder, like, what's leaving though? Like, what's leaving? Okay, that's just how the world maintaining balance. You know, that's the way it goes. You cannot have darkness. Darkness came before the light. So something must be lost. You know what's a good movie that explains this? Interstellar. I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie Interstellar. I'm going to watch that movie again because they talk about the black hole and the Gargantua planet, but also in order to get to some unknown destination where you get a solution to a problem that you can't solve, something has to be released. It also has to be something very important too, like something that might have been important to you, something that might have been familiar and made you feel safe. You have to sacrifice that to get to the unknown place of fresh abundance. And if you don't sacrifice it, and you've already made your mind up mentally that you're willing to accept all sacrifices to get there, the creator still going to sacrifice it. Okay? This is why there is no takebacks with manifesting. There is no takebacks. After a certain point, once you told God that you accept the decision of what must go, so this must come, then it's set in stone. It's going to happen. You're going to keep being pushed and compelled to that unknown place, so that whatever needs to be released gets out your way, and you cannot keep putting your energy there. Okay, there is no taking it back. Okay, I know people say, well, can I file an appeal with God? But it also comes with an energy deposit for that. There's still, you might have to sacrifice years of your life and time just to get an appeal with God, so that to reverse the manifestation. But half the time, most of the time, high percentage, the manifestation is not reversed. So that's why I always tell people, be careful what you wish for. Be careful how you use this law of attraction. Now, people been in that law of attraction energy in March, Aries energy, yeah, whatever. But did they think, that they remember that something has to go? You have to put something in out of sight, out of mind, like in purgatory, in order to get beyond where you're at. And that's just the truth. I had to cut off literally a 12-year friendship just to finish this health breakthrough that I was having. It's super hard to cut off a 12-year friendship, to just close it out. But I knew that I would never finish this health breakthrough. I would never go the rest of the distance. That was the bill that I had to pay. That was what I had to do. Because that person in some way was delaying it and was getting in the way, and the creator had got tired of it. Even though I didn't know exactly how they were getting in the way, until I actually got through. Until I got through my recent little health struggle with my diet, I was able to see now how they were in the way. You don't always get to know completely how something is blocking you from going into an unknown to get solution further to have manifestations happen. But you will end up finding out once you get there. You will have the complete truth, the full clarity you will have. Okay? I think we underrate having partial clarity. We say, that's not enough. I'm just going to go ahead and stay here because I only got partial clarity. But first of all, if something is staying a little hard and consistently staying a little hard to deal with, and you know it's been a little hard for a while, you don't need the full Akashic record of how much it will hurt your breakthrough being a little hard. You don't need to know all that. All you need to do is say, this has been consistently a little hard long enough. I gotta go, or they gotta go, or this gotta go. So that's what I learned. I had to stop jumping on here on YouTube 6 a.m. in the morning because something was depleting my energy. Somebody was depleting my energy through YouTube earlier in the morning. It was a couple of people. So I had to stay out of the psychic community and trust my own psychic work that I'm doing. My own spiritual. I had to stop hanging in that community because their energy was interfering with my own mission to God. And once I sacrificed looking beyond my own mission, my mission got stronger. My powers in my mission and my spiritual guidance mission actually got stronger. My challenge and my purpose is to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual guide, a spiritual coach, and psychic, non-traditional, a customized psychic guide for people. But every time I go outside and go to people, that starts the creator holds me kind of like in karmic judgment, because the creator, like, you know darn well you don't need to go to those people. So you just living in fear and lack of confidence of your own mission. So I'm going to go ahead and block it until you stay away from those people. And once I stayed away from them people, the shapeshifter psychics trying to be like me, now I'm in my power. Okay, I'm really in my power. But I know that it was the collectiveness, the sacrifices that had to go. I had to literally stop hanging out with my Christian cousin who I was going to karaoke with all the time. Okay, my Christian male cousins, I had to stop hanging out with them. I knew that they was never going to respect this path I'm on, and that they was going to be toxic according to their belief versus mine, and then it would cause anxiety in my own powers, and then I would start to struggle. So I had to be like, okay, as much as I love hanging out with them, I don't want to walk on eggshells about my choice and my own spiritual practices. And if they have been to my YouTube, I don't want them thinking they can come at me about it. And we get into it. And then I'm psychically blocked. So I'm just going to have to stay away from them. That's what I said, y'all. So that was another sacrifice I had to make. Okay. I have uncles that are hardcore. Like, I have a very Christian family. They own churches, bishops, pastors. I got multiple pastors in my family. I cannot talk to them. Okay. I'm not saying I'm discriminating, but I already know that the way they are, they're going to try to stop me on what I'm doing. They're going to try to discriminate against me. They're going to try to tell me I'm not allowed to be psychic. They're going to try to put an end to that. They're going to try to tell me that because I'm using my psychic abilities, even without tools, that I'm still wicked, when that doesn't even make any sense. But I'm not going to get in an argument with them because they're going to cause a delay for me. So I just don't talk to them. So now I talk to only somebody in my family. There's 2 people in my family who do not get in the way of my spiritual boundaries. And those are the only 2 people I talk to. And we don't even talk to every month. because they're kind of uncomfortable and fearsome of this path. Okay. Plus, they also are very secretive people. So I guess there's some things they don't want me to know, and it's okay. You know, if they're worried that I'm gonna pick up some things about them that they want to hide from me, which I sense, but that's okay. They don't have to talk to me all the time, okay? But I just wanted to have this talk with y'all. Um, like I said, I'll be doing videos all week, but I'm gonna be somewhere else, okay, y'all? It's time, y'all. I can't keep on putting my energy into this channel and there's very slow micro inch movement. I need more movement in all areas of my life. And if it means I gotta let this go, start over, start a new YouTube, do it, start from scratch. Okay. I had mixed and matched this niche, and that I did not know that I couldn't do that. That the algorithm will drop you like a hot potato. Okay. The algorithm does not like you to mix certain things together on the same channel. So it's better to have multiple channels with all your different things, different processes and methods, rather than have it all on one channel. And there's nothing wrong with saying I got all that I'm gonna get out of this YouTube channel. Time to start new. Maybe use a different resource, but still do the same thing I'm doing. Maybe do it in a different location. Maybe going about it, approach it a little differently. Maybe switch resources or and then maybe it'll work out better on the new channel. But what I found out, there's really no like this abundance beat that abundance. All abundance is equally, if it's from God, is equally valued. Making $10,000 on this YouTube channel and that expired if the season passed is just as valued as a YouTube channel bringing you $100,000 a year, because you would not be able to put in the work that you needed on that $100,000 a year YouTube channel if that $10,000 YouTube it didn't exist. Okay, all of your businesses are interwoven. They're a family. They're a network connecting, supporting each other, energy flowing through all your side hustles back and forth. So it's time for us to keep in mind that stop talking so negative about what you profited from this business. Say thank you. I'll be more mindful maybe of how I use the money. Maybe I could have been more mindful, but I'm gonna start again. And maybe I'll narrow it down. Maybe I'll niche it to the niche under that main niche. And maybe that'll keep me more grounded. Maybe my process will be easier to memorize. Maybe I will be more confident because I'll know exactly how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to use, because it's the niche to the niche under that niche. And maybe I can be very systematic, calculating with the time that I put up. And maybe I'll be on a set budget, very strict, so that I'm more mindful of my money on this YouTube channel. I'm just giving y'all ideas. What I'm saying is, don't quit. Just start again. Go about it a different way. Just start again. When I feel like, okay, I didn't get all I got with writing this type of poem at this time of the year, I just switch to writing a different poem, a different type, or a different type of writing, and see what come of that. Take risks today, because if you wished for something, the risk is going to be taken eventually. Okay, you're going to be pushed to take the risk, and you're going to keep feeling like you're trying to stop God from pushing you to take the risk, and eventually something horrific is going to happen so that you have no choice but to take that risk. So even if I don't leap and I start other YouTube channels and I don't leap into publishing these articles and PDFs, the creator going to wipe all this out to make sure that I do. Okay, the creator going to push the delete button on his channel just to check me, to be like, you kept saying you wanted that other stuff. Now you want to keep on no, you ain't gonna keep juggling in my court. Okay, so Yeah. All right. Also, it's the energy that you in with people and your businesses. Okay? Pick an energy. So some people want to be codependent and then not codependent and be independent. No, that's not going to work. You're either going to be independent or codependent. Okay? Otherwise, if you're going back and forth, then you're becoming your character is warped and distorted, and you have a messy character, and you're probably being manipulated by a narcissist. So, um, put time aside to spend with your loved ones, but say, I will not become codependent. Otherwise, I'm going to become less independent. One of them is going to win. One of them is going to win me over. One type of energy going to win me over. And am I really sure which one is best for me when when I feel my future ahead of me, even if I can't see it? Am I sure of which one will be best for me to get that future that I will be able to accept? If I'm not, then I need to look at what energy has already abundantly served me. And for me, being independent has abundantly served me. Being independent. Being codependent has always backfired in my face. Okay, there's people who are codependent and they get treated with respect. Everything goes well. Nobody gets stonewalling them. Nobody ghosts them after giving to them. Nobody talks bad about them. But that doesn't work for me. That doesn't happen for me. When I stay independent, when I stay out here and I say I live to work, I'm more spiritually and energy protected. But as soon as I flip it and say, well, I'm just going to rely on my family, the demons say, I got you. I got you because that's going against the contract you agreed to. You said you was going to serve in this life out in the community. That's what you said. So when you come out here, when you wake up every day, Miss V, you better not flip into codependent energy or you're going to pay heavily. Okay? Now, I know some of y'all say this being a very spiritual week is actually in the oracles and stuff. This is a perfect time to get at me about your natal chart. Perfect time. Okay? It's perfect because this is like abundant research energy. Relying on talking to your ancestors because your mental health may be being attacked by society. So, grounding the root chakra so your ancestors can give you the answers and knowledge. So if you want me to give you a natal chart reading, I'm gonna do 4 natal chart basic to advanced readings this week. And if you want me to look at your chart again, just go ahead and email me. Because I can get more information every time I look at it. Every time I look over people's star, it's like almost like the angel star talking again. So it's up to you, okay? But I'm closing. I'm not going to be doing any more natal chart readings through this channel Friday. After Friday, they're all going to be done on a workshop. This is the last time I'm gonna go at this on this channel. I'm closing this out actually by Thursday because Mercury's going into Taurus on Thursday, I think, and I don't got time for fighting over money up on here, social toxicity and all that with people competing with energy and money and pocket watching. I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna take my psychic knowledge and I'm gonna take it. When I'm teaching about the stars and all that, people's chart, and I'm gonna take it somewhere else. This is it. Okay? I'm taking 4 people, and the person got to email me. The people got to email me by Thursday, and it's a $10 fee. I'm never going to charge that low fee again. Okay? I know I might sound serious, but this is a serious week. We're talking about death, the spell work on 4 different chakras, omens of death and rebirth and all this stuff, and loved ones can giving bad news then good news coming at the same time. Y'all, it's a handful this week. I didn't even bother to eat breakfast this morning. I said I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna go ahead and wait till 12 o'clock, almost 12 to eat, because I don't got time for the sneaky wicked energy. And um I don't want to make myself fatigue all while I'm letting things go. Because when you make yourself fatigue from by unhealthy eating, and then you go to try to release, the depression and grief is stronger. So last thing I want to do is have some high toxic diet while I'm letting things go, while I'm moving on. I'm putting things in the past and starting some new businesses and some new education and getting some products going before this Mercury energy get real trifling in the workplace on all these apps. Y'all. All right, my cash app is money sign Coach V Hunter. I got my mindful candle going. If you feel like you're blocked, burn a white candle, get you a soy candle or something of that nature. Okay, I got me a new candle. Once again, my cash app is money sign Coach V Hunter. If you want, I'm taking 4 people for the natal chart, and I'm gonna be doing other stuff too. You're not just getting a natal chart. I'm gonna be giving you any downloads, any things that I might picked up, messages from the other side, maybe something I get through horoscopes with you, or if hear somebody say something or whatever, your family members on the other side or spirits or whatever of the light. If I get anything, you'll still get that in the email. But this closes out Thursday. I'm not taking no more people, and you'll just have to go to Eventbrite and learn in my workshops and get it through that way. Okay? I have to protect my energy. I am still selling my stuff. I told y'all that I was gearing up. I was slowly releasing this type of activity on this channel, because that's what the waning moon tells you to do, to slowly release. So now it's time, y'all. Okay? No more guidance like this on this channel. But I'm gonna do it all the way up till Thursday, because this is such a critical week, and then I'm done. Okay? All right, y'all. Once again, if you enjoyed the videos today, my cash app is money sign Coach V Hunter. You can send donations at any time. And I see, I just feel like spell work on trying to make people think that they ain't good enough and stuff. I don't like that. Whenever I see those 3 6s, I be like, nah. Who the heck's trying to make somebody think that they ain't worth abundance? It's just like manipulation with the energy. Bye, everybody. Bye, Anita.